Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to the Fitz Grizzly Experience. I'm Fitz Grizzly, joined by my brother, Wildcard Spades. Today, we about to get into Judas and the Black Messiah. Hey, yo, welcome back again, my brother.
Oh yeah. I had to come back for this one.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
boy. Oh
Yes,
boy.
sir. Fresh off of watching Judas and the Black Messiah, man. Hey, break it down for me. I want to hear your thoughts. Let's chop it up, man. Let's talk our shit.
All right. So the last time I talked about a black film, and I spoke about the other movie that brother, what's his name? That starred in he played as Fred Hampton.
Daniel Kaluuya?
Yeah, that's him. All right. So I talked about him being such a good actor that he made me watch Clean and Slim. He brought it for this one. At first, I kind of felt like his accent was a little generic.
I am a revolutionary.
Yeah, it sounded a little generic at first.
Like a little force, but it grew on you throughout the picture.
Yeah.
And not to cut you off, my brother, but with you saying that, I kind of felt like, damn, he's probably forcing it because he got to hide that British accent. But at the very end, they show the real Fred Hampton, and he kind of did talk like that. Homie kind of did talk like that. And damn, hats off to Daniel Kaluuya. Shout out to that brother, man.
Yes, sir.
He killed that shit, man, like we knew he would.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
Yeah. It was already done deal before the movie even came out. Like, I got to give everybody their credit.
Absolutely.
Because everybody did their thing in that movie, man.
Phenomenal.
You know what I mean? Shout out to I got to get people names right. The brother that played in ATL, or not ATL, I'm sorry. Yeah, Atlanta.
Talking about damn, man. Now I'm getting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo,
he was in Get Out too.
Yeah,
Out too. He was. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was actually a good movie too.
Lakeith.
Okay.
Yeah, Lakeith, man.
Okay.
Phenomenal actor,
man.
Bro. Oh my God. I need to see him get more credit because that man can act, yo. God damn.
He can. And then the crazy part about it is he didn't come from acting school and all that stuff like people normally do when they come in get into acting. He pretty much is like a dude off the streets, but that goes to show you don't have to go through all of that. If it's in you, if you got the talent, I mean, you don't have to go to Juilliard or wherever the hell else they try to get you.
It's just those relationships. It's about who you know, who believe in you is going to put you on. You know what I mean? Like,
but don't get me wrong. Now you do need to know the craft. Yeah, you got to know the craft. So I'm pretty sure he learned that as he went. But like his performance in this movie and Judas and the Black Messiah, man, the guy's going places. Trust me when I tell you. If he ain't already there.
Shout out to the whole cast.
Yes.
The whole cast, phenomenal.
For real.
I don't know the name of the sister who played Fred Hampton's wife, but man, shout out to that sister. The whole cast. Lil Rel had a little cameo.
Yo, that surprised the hell out of me, bro.
Yo, I was like, hold on, Lil Rel in this joint? Because in the beginning, they showed some of the credits. I'm like, hold on, Lil Rel in? And he did his thing. It was short and sweet, and it was memorable.
Man, Lil Rel showed his acting chops in this movie. Just for that little scene that he did, bro. Real smooth, man.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen who's tuned in, you may get some spoilers if you haven't went out to see the movie or watch it on HBO Max. But either way, we're just chopping up about our reactions about Jesus and the Black Messiah. So, spoiler alert, we may actually get into some scenes and shit. So we're gonna carry on.
Hey.
My disclaimer. Yo, another actor too, I'm gonna give a lot of credit to, man, was the cop. The cop who had Lakeith pretty much by his balls, like, hey, you're gonna have a lot of time for stealing the car and impersonating a FBI agent. He's a very good actor. He's from Breaking Bad.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Not to cut you off, but I got to get this out there. He was in Like Mike.
Huh? I never seen that. Sorry.
Okay, so he was the bully in Like Mike.
Wow. Because I was just thinking, like, this dude always plays somebody bad. Yeah. He always plays somebody bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always play a grimy ass dude. Like in Breaking Bad, going back to Breaking Bad. Yo, he was the one, and Jesse hated him for this shit too. He was the one when they was doing like a heist or whatever. Don't remember specifically what it was, but he murked a kid. He took a kid out because he was a witness.
Yeah, I remember that at the park. It was at the park.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesse was so infuriated. Next thing you know, when they kidnapped Jesse, he was the one who was kind of taking care of Jesse.
Yeah.
See, like that shit was wild, man. Oh my god. Like he's always been bad. And if you fast forward after the Breaking Bad series ended, like I want to say 2019. I want to say they had a show that went straight to Netflix, and I think it's called it's named after a car. Basically, he came back. Oh my god, I'm just laughing because that shit was just great, just great TV, man. And god damn, he's a phenomenal villain, bro. He's a phenomenal villain.
Yeah. He's like one of those guys that's just he's at that. You know how they used to, the black exploitation movies. I don't know if y'all watch Dolomite. The dude,
I watched some.
Well, no, I mean like Dolomite is the name, the one with Eddie Murphy.
Oh yes, I did. Yes, sir.
Okay, so he's like that guy, that the white guy. He's like, yeah, I'm always playing the villain. I always play a white villain.
Yeah, I can see
need
that.
A white villain.
Yeah, Dolomite was dope too. By the way, with Eddie Murphy, that shit was dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was real dope, man. I like that too. Like Eddie coming back in the game, which I heard he's supposed to be having a stand up
special. Yo, let's get it in, dog. We talking about everything. Fuck it. Like yo, going back to Dolomite, it was dope to see him come back and doing his thing, and that cast was cool. And Wesley Snipes did his thing too.
Oh man,
Snipes did his thing too, dog. He was kind of like a jerk, but he did his thing, man.
He did his thing,
and then Eddie doing. When I first heard about it, I was like, "Why?"
Right.
But now I'm excited to see it coming to America too, man.
Yes, sir. Whoop.
Coming to America too.
March 5th.
I was like, why don't fuck with a classic? The first one was a classic. Let it be. Just leave it alone. It's, to be honest, that's like one of my favorite movies of all time in my life, man. I grew up watching that when I was a youngin', grew up, and I still, if it's on, I'm watching the whole thing.
Exactly.
You know I'm watching the whole thing. I even got playing cards from Cards of the Culture or whatnot. I'm playing cards, or they have trivia about the movie. Like, shit's fun as hell, bro. Yeah, it's cool. Cardsoftheculture.com. I even got like Martin. I think they had Different World, Kid and Play, all that shit.
And trivia questions and
trivia, bro. I'm gonna put you on, man.
Yeah, you might have put me on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on. So
I mean, you think about that. If you think about Coming to America, how iconic that movie was, and what it meant to the culture. Speaking about the culture, you know what I'm saying? What it meant to the culture for that fucking movie to come out, bro. But I think that's why they took so long to come out with a second one.
I was like, you know me, man. I'm critical sometimes. I'm like, why fuck with a classic? Leave it alone. And then next thing you know, the visuals and the little trailers I've seen for Coming to America have been looking phenomenal. And it's like, now I'm anticipating it. It's on my top list of most anticipated movies coming out in 2021.
Straight up.
So yeah, definitely. We definitely gonna have to talk shit about that one too when that comes.
Woo! You already know.
That'll be on the way. You did.
Yeah,
And
boy.
more likely, Spades will probably be on here with me talking shit. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? So
yeah,
fun.
boy.
It's gonna be fun. Like, damn. So going back to Judas and the Black Messiah, though, I really feel like this movie was definitely necessary, and I'm
It
really
was.
glad that the story got out for those who don't really know too much about Fred Hampton, because he isn't like as prominent or popular as like Huey P. Newton or Bobby Seale or whatnot.
Right.
So a lot of people probably was like, who the hell is Fred Hampton? So this is great to bring his story out to show pretty much how our government did what they did. So
Yo.
that's to make the movement. You know what I mean?
And I want to say how dope that was the way they portray him, because that brought out the title of the movie, Judas
Absolutely.
and the Black Messiah, because
Absolutely.
Fred Hampton was the guy that wanted to he was about black power, but he was about power to the people. He took that to heart.
To the
So it
people.
wasn't to the people. So it wasn't, y'all can watch the movie. I don't want to spoil it too much, but the title of the movie is perfect once you watch it, and it's going to make sense to you. People that are uh, visual thinkers, like if you watch something and it gets your mind going, this is going to be the movie for you.
Thought provoking and
Very.
phenomenal casting, like stellar writing.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler was involved with this too.
Hmm.
Shaka King. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, like it's dog, like it was just phenomenal, bro. Like all black cast. Oh my god, Martin Sheen as J. Edgar Hoover did his thing too, because that's how J.
Oh,
J. Edgar. That's the way J. Edgar Hoover was. He was like, we
hmm.
cannot have a black Messiah. And so they have COINTELPRO, and you know
Hmm.
what I mean, all the fuck shit that pretty much took the movement away. Um, damn, it's just such a great movie. I'm gonna have to watch it again and again and again. You know what I mean? Like, I guess this is what I want to ask you too, Space.
Hmm.
When was your first time? Just for shits and giggles, I just want to know.
Hmm.
And I'll tell you my answer after you tell me yours.
Hmm.
When did you ever hear about the Black Panther, Fred Hampton? When did you ever hear about him before? Or
Actually,
if you ever have.
I knew more about Fred Hampton than Bobby Seale.
I can see that. I can
Yeah, I did, and then I don't want to spoil anything for nobody, but the way they did at the end of the movie and how everything happened, I didn't know that's how it happened. I know how he died. I knew how he died before the movie,
Mhm.
but I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was that deep.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it was of course, just like they did Breonna Taylor. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I'm thinking it was something, the situation closer to that
Yeah, me too. Me
than
too.
what actually happened. You know what I mean?
Yo,
So, bruh, the movie's deep.
oh
It's
my
really
god. Already know when I saw that, I was doing my research. Like, huh?
yeah,
I was on the same shit you was on, man.
for real.
You thought it was more like on a Breonna Taylor thing. Like you didn't
Yeah,
know it was another thing involved.
involved with
So I
that.
was like,
Yeah.
wow. Let me ask you
Crazy.
something else too, sir. Did you actually research Wild Bill? Did you research him after watching this movie? Because I damn sure did.
I did not. I
Oh
didn't.
my god, bro. He couldn't live with himself after that because he knew that the shit that he was involved in was wrong.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, basically, these people, he told them,
Oh, yeah. But
yeah,
actually, at the end of the movie, they tell you what happened.
yeah,
At the
yeah.
end of the movie, they tell you they break everything down. They
Uh
broke
huh.
it all down at the
Huh.
end, which I love that part too. I
Oh,
love that they
absolutely.
didn't just leave it open. And of course, people can do their research, but that's why we're watching the fucking movie. You know what I mean? This is kind of like you have to get all of that out there. That's what the movie is for.
Absolutely, man. And
I like they did that.
I'll be watching this shit again and again. the rest of this week because I like dissecting things. I love, you go back and watch a movie that you like a lot. You see things that you missed before.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my God, this is such a brilliant movie, and I'm just so happy that they're finally getting his story out because we need more of our prominent leaders' stories to be told in a fly, truthful fashion. That's the way I'm considering this movie. It was fly, like it was shot good. You could tell they put money in it. You know what I'm saying? You could tell by the editing, everything. You know what I mean? The cast, directing, they put a lot into this movie, folks. So, damn, hey, salute that movie, man. Like I love it. Shit. And so it's a horrific story, but I'm just glad it's told to the masses that need to know. And going back to the last episode that me and Spades did on the first TV movie episode on Fitz Grizzly Experience, when I was saying, basically Daniel Kaluuya is a British person.
Mm-hmm.
He is British. He's born in London.
Mm-hmm.
And how he brought Fred Hampton's character, an American character, to life. Like, wow. Like, just phenomenal. Like, that's my word today. Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Right? Hey, you already know what time it is, baby. No, that shit was outstanding.
Yeah, man. And you know what? I want to say this because this is the reason why Fred Hampton's story stuck out to me so much before this movie. I mean, way before this movie even came out, because of the trial, right? And they had how when they do the trials and stuff like that, they do the trajectories of the bullets and all that. And it was, they put the little yellow stick in there, the little glow stick inside of it. And that's why the story stuck out to me so much, because when they showed how many yellow sticks were just in the walls, these are all shots fired in this place where there people dwell in that. Like, it's people in here. I mean, of course, to them, they're not people, but they're human beings. So, this is what made this story. And that's what made me so excited to see this movie, because the Fred Hampton story was already big to me before this movie. You know what I mean? So it made, now everything kind of makes sense a little bit more.
Oh my God, just understanding what he was going through and the weight of his shoulders. And for all you viewers who's supporting me right now, please understand that Freddie Hampton, when they assassinated him, was 21, married with a child on the way. 21.
And his wife was his wife was in there with him, pregnant, when all this went down.
That's how I can never forget this story. That's like prior to, this movie even being mentioned, I always just be like, damn, man, like they took him out next to his pregnant wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't forget shit like that.
In bed, unarmed,
sleeping. Like, that's just catastrophic. Like, wow. I can't imagine. And her character, whoever portrayed her reminds me of like something like a Betty Shabazz in Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Like, she was a rider, bro.
Strong sister.
Oh my God. A rider for the movement, and especially for her man.
Yeah.
And damn, boy, like that shit's just woo.
Hey, when y'all watch it, y'all gonna see how much of a rider she was, even while she was pregnant.
She was a G. She was a G. She was a gangster, man. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my God. And it's like I was telling my wife who was watching it, like, hey, man, like, when he's doing his speech, when, he came home and he's doing the speech about, how he could possibly die. Right? She gave me goosebumps.
Yeah.
She gave me goosebumps.
Like some Tupac-ish. Hey,
the passion,
you know what
bro.
I mean?
The passion.
Like, I know it. I know it. I might die, but I ain't gonna spoil it because I was about to say a line from the movie.
I already told y'all my disclaimer. By the time when this came out, hopefully most of my viewers have already saw this. So we're gonna have some spoilers. It's okay. And it's all right. So with that being said, what my man Spade saying is like this shit has passion all through, even from Judas's perspective.
Yes.
His acting was just like Lakeith.
Yeah, man.
Yo, this dude is versatile. Yeah. And he's a brilliant performer, man. Brilliant.
For real.
Like, real shit. So
there ain't no other way to say that.
I've always said that he was a unique type of actor. Even when I first saw him on like what's the movie with NWA, man? Straight Outta Compton. He plays Snoop. He played Snoop. And of course, Charlamagne tried to clown him, talking about, man, you don't sound like Snoop, you ain't look like him none. Contrary to what he believes, I felt like he did a goddamn good job.
I think everybody on that movie did a good job, honestly.
Straight Outta Compton was that shit. So
that was another good one.
When he played Snoop and he started doing that, none but a G thing at Dre's house, he sounded like Snoop to me. You see what I'm saying? He sounded like Snoop to me. And guess what? Now this is public knowledge. When the Tupac movie came out, that gentleman who plays Snoop, no disrespect to you, my brother, you getting your money, it's all good. He lip synced Snoop Dogg's vocals. Lakeith ain't have to do that in Straight Outta Compton.
No, he didn't. He didn't do it.
He played that shit.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to ATL, he's a little kooky and deranged in there, but he brings that comic relief.
Right.
And he does phenomenal on ATL.
He has layers, honestly, on ATL because even though he's like loopy a little, like
smart as fuck.
One, he's smart as fuck. He's smart. Bro. So like the levels that he can bring into a character is just, I mean, it's just phenomenal.
Hey, that's the word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. Yo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Then, damn, I just urge everyone who's into knowing more about our American heroes, contrary to what history may teach you in school and college. We're talking about, the Black Panther Party. Basically, if you guys are into that, please support the movie because it is a phenomenal cast, brilliant writing, and you'll be on the edge of your seats. Like, just real shit. You be on the edge of your seats, man. Yeah. And, shout out to all of them, man. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, real talk. That was an awesome movie, man. Anybody watching this, make sure y'all go check that out. Especially these our people of color. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Y'all go check that out. Y'all definitely got to check that out.
Hey, let me jump in. Just like how we were so happy to see something that was make-believe. With a Black Panther Marvel superhero.
Yes, sir.
Which was great. I want to put on their dashikis and try to act like they're so Afrocentric. My opinion, I feel like we should have been doing that instead of getting permission from Marvel to do it. This is my opinion. I'm talking my shit. It is what it is. You'll be okay. So now, with the real Black Party story and member, y'all saying people need to go ahead and support that. Y'all have to. This is our history. This is a true story. Okay? So
and one thing that I do that I can't say that I dislike. Our movies, usually when it's about one of our prominent leaders or something like that, it never ends good because that's just the truth of the matter, how everything happened. It's almost like slavery. All the slavery movies, you see us getting beat and women getting raped and all this other stuff. I mean, that's part of the history. Yes, I know that. But, that's probably the only thing that I don't like about Black movies, like our movies, because our hero always dies. You know what I mean? In other movies, the hero, he gets by. You know what I mean? Look at the movie Blow. The dude was selling all kinds of weight and supposedly died so many times, but in the end of the movie, he's still alive. he gets out of prison and then goes back to prison. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't die. But if you look at any of our movies, usually, I mean, the only movie I could think of that our hero, so quote unquote hero, got away was in American Gangster. When Frank Lucas actually got out, but what he had to do, he had to snitch. I mean, even though it's real life, it's still it's history. But you know, I don't know.
We on that same shit, man. Because you know, Boston George, that's who you talking to about Blow. Johnny Depp played Boston George in Blow. I love that movie, but you're absolutely right. He did his time. I think he's out, and I think Boston George is still alive to this day.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like, he walking in the sunset, probably getting residuals from his story from Blow. You see what I'm saying? So you're absolutely right, my brother. I mean, like, you know, all I can say is, like, all right, what I'm going to say to you all may be a bit controversial. However, you should already know this. All right? Bear with me. According to my man Spades, slave movie or our heroes, they end up getting murked or some wild shit. However, all I can say is, like, with Hollywood, we have to stop the slave movies. We understand you want to just try to remind Black Americans that, hey, once you were slaves and we ruled over you. That's the way I take it. We need, hey, fuck that. We need to move forward and have a Mansa Musa move.
Thank you.
One of the richest man ever known in the world. Let's make that.
Yeah.
Let's make a movie, a Mansa Musa movie, the richest Black man in the whole world, how he got his riches and his legacy. How about that?
True story.
To teach our Black kids that, hey, we weren't just slaves. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot more to it. There's layers to it. But it's always, excuse me, it's always, okay, you guys are slaves, this, that, and the third. But when it comes to shows or movies like the movie that we boycotted a long time ago, I want to say it was like
Gods of Egypt.
Oh my God, you said it.
Yeah.
I still never seen that movie. But you know what? The gods on there did not look like us.
Only
but
one.
They're in Egypt.
They had one Black god. That was it.
And I want to say that was Chadwick Boseman. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Peace. You see what I'm saying, Hollywood? Stop the slave bullshit. So Black people can play slaves, but you have Caucasians who's pale and white playing gods in Egypt. It makes no sense, Hollywood. I'm sorry. Okay? It is what it is, man.
Yo, y'all should have never let us watch Fred Hampton. I'm telling you, boy.
Hey, you knew we was always on this movie, though. You already know it.
It's already though. This is already.
You already know what
this ain't just start, y'all. This ain't just start, y'all.
Come on, man. It's years of this shit. It's like, okay, they had roots back then, right? Back then, when it was a series, Ben Vereen, O.J. Simpson, Cecile Tyson, prominent acting, everything. Alex, what's his name? Alex Haley? The one who wrote Roots, Alex Haley? Well, anyway, basically, we had the Roots series. Then that shit, ran its course. Then y'all had a nerve to bring it back.
They brought it back.
What was the point of that? Moment of silence of the disgracefulness. Moment of silence of the disgracefulness, man.
Oh man, yo,
my God.
That kind of blew me a little.
This is what I'm talking about, Hollywood. Do we need this shit? We don't. Just make some dope shit, and let us do us, man. Because regardless of how you all feel, the Black dollar is extremely important, and we run this shit. Just saying. Carry on. What grinds my gears? You come out with Roots decades ago, and then you bring that shit back like we need it?
Nah.
Like, huh?
The first time was good enough.
Y'all want to try to keep on reminding us of that nonsense instead of trying to embrace what it is. I mean, our history isn't just, slavery. It's a lot more to it. We ruled kingdoms for centuries. Those are the stories that we need. Those are the stories that we need. So going back to Judas and the Black Messiah, this is a story about an American hero who pretty much, someone got in as a mole to save his own ass, a snitch, a rat, Judas, and then basically you watch the movie, you see how that shit play out. You see, and I mean, it's a very common story, especially in those times dealing with COINTELPRO, J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI, and the Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Well, all I can say is, man, the movie was phenomenal.
Yes, it was, man. So that's pretty much what it is, man. So I'm really glad that we was able to put our take in it, talk some controversial or probably, some shit about Hollywood and everything like that. So Spades, man, my brother, I appreciate you coming back on here. You'll be back again. You know what I mean? That's my brother. It is what it is. Man. Did you have anything else you want to talk before we close this out, man?
Nah, man, I'm happy to be on, and we speaking this knowledge, and talking to these people, and talking to the world, letting them know what it is, man. I want to give a shout out to the Fitz Grizzly Experience.
My man,
you better know it.
Absolutely,
tough talk, baby. Cloth talk.
Of course, Car Spades got to put like this podcast on all streaming platforms. Y'all make sure y'all look in the details of this YouTube video. Visit the streaming platforms of Wild Card Space. Put like this. I'm on there sometimes talking my shit or whatnot. And of course, I cannot forget. Do remember, CircusSoleilCreations.com, where you can go ahead and get your custom t-shirts and custom gifts. Fly shit. That link will be in the description of this video as well. All right, so I'm going to leave y'all with peace and love. Thank you for joining the show. Please like and subscribe. Take care.